Best 1, 2. Is that too loud? For ears? Oh. Oh, that's true. And I am ready to start.
Today's Sunday.
Yes. Yep. Thank you. Here you go. I'm an I know you're doing a quest, but when you get here, I'm in instance 1. I need to go attune and whatnot anyway. So. Hello. Guess who forgot to attune to the Aetheryte? It's me. I got so wrapped up in the story, I forgot. So now I get to... Oh gosh, take my butt and go where? Because now I don't have a marker. Oh, here. And then go down. Okay.
Labyrinth.
That's fair. Yep. It's not too loud in your ear? Like, I can turn it down, Alright. Because I had to readjust it, I accidentally had the game muted. Like, zeroed out. That better? Perfect. Awesome. I would like a one ride for my polar bear and I. Again. Down the elevator, please. Are you almost have it unlocked?
Right.
Yeah.
That was all.
Oh. And there's one right next to the 8th ride, actually. Excuse me.
That's
Oh.
not just a.
Yes. Just collecting aggro, don't worry. Those mobs were level 86, that kind of hurt, actually. Nice. Charlene Hamlet. Do I get to hold up a skull and go to be or not to be?
No.
Sad. Rekka's riding one of these things. Can I keep it? It's the wrong way. This way. This zone is huge. Well, I guess I've been saying that about all of them. I don't know, these zones feel bigger than the Shadowbringers ones. I don't know if they actually are, but they feel bigger than the other ones. Ooh, these are level 88s. I'm gonna be careful. Oh, bye. I just saw you disappear. I don't remember if we talked to everyone here or not. Alice.
Let's fall from safe.
We did.
I don't think so.
No, I thought we did, because grandfather watches over. And then you were like watching, but we can talk to everyone again. Okay, speaking with Alpha now.
No job.
Sound alerts on is if you click the sound alert button, you can make a bunch of sounds that are Final Fantasy themed. And it will play on my stream. The sound for crippling depression?
No, I just found.
Oh, you found crippling depression.
the thing that is fucking. Fighters brought in Salt War have broken free of their transport and are now following an urge to home.
Oh my gosh.
With great power comes great culpability. The false you to subdue these arachnid escape.
Oh my gosh. That's 5 out of 6? Yep.
Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, if there aught else we might service. Ha! Already done more than enough. But this person
I don't remember either.
now upset. Stop clicking on the text box.
Sorry. Ow! Owie.
I had to say though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Allegan technology.
Who could that be?
You there! Now with the red eyes and matching hair. Seem to know more than the average scholar. Ah, Master Kokol knew how right he was. While he and Graha established a rapport, why don't we help with preparation for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement. I propose this not to... As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the great expanse. And, if nothing else, beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite.
But we could have a thumb war. We could.
Aren't you a bunch of helpful buggers? Mind to lend a hand. Know where you ought... I know where you ought to go. There.
Where are we going?
Charlie and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Ha! A lot need all the help they can get.
What? Ah. That's unfortunate.
Well then, off we go.
Yes.
Back where you just...
Yes. Convenient. So yeah, I don't know if you see the sound alert button on your end, Noel. It's supposed to be set so they cost 0 bits, 0 channel points. Just to see how well it works, what it does. I don't see it on my end, but it's supposedly enabled, so... Oh, I can't see it on my end because I can't cheer in my own channel. That would be why. So on your end... Oh, really? Huh. I'll have to check that out when I have a moment. It's supposed to be all turned on now. And if it doesn't show up for you under either channel points or the other thing, then I did something wrong. Considering it didn't give me a button. No, it did give me a button to test it. I pressed it and it went off. Actually, yeah, I did test it. Huh, maybe I missed a step. Talking
Yeah,
to
it was wiggling.
wiggling. I'm wiggling. Oh, that is a step. Talking to you, Stola.
What a quaint little settlement. A shame it is hidden underground.
I have my camera the wrong way, and so you don't get to see. Sorry. Alpha now.
In order to protect the secrets of the Central Circuit, researchers must navigate a bewildering maze of paperwork before they are permitted to surface. Oh boy.
Oh boy, bureaucracy.
I suppose it's no different than any other aspect of Charlan society. We do love our bureaucracy. It's very much a mirror of the city above, which is perhaps how it came to be called the Charlan Hamlet.
Not Alice. Thancred.
As surprised as I was to learn that the Forum planned to send everyone to the moon, I can't imagine how common folk feel about it.
Uriache.
My senses deceive me. The shadow of yon corner. One can but hope this leadeth not to mischievous undertaking.
Do you see a bunny?
Bunny?
Where is Bunny, Estinian?
I don't mind a bit of heavy lifting, but I draw the line at paperwork. So much as wave a sheet of documents at me and I'll put my lance through it.
That's how you know he approves of it. Is that
The stamp. The piercing stamp.
the
of approval.
piercing stamp of approval? Exactly. And that's everyone. So talking to Alice.
What I can tell, a lot of the people actually live down there. Don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from that fresh inspiration that Scalark Monteshane meant. Start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way.
Does Rekka know how to do that?
Let's meet by the Aetheryte once our work is done. Alpha no.
Yes. Its paws have ribbons. I love it.
Soul isn't there.
I know, it's a void creature. Silken Grin.
Oh, hello. One of the new helpers. Working on the Aether burn. Oh dear. I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I'd choose that over my current duty. Checking and putting samples day in, day out. Thankless work. Still, no one will be crossed if I misplace legumes or what have you. Forum's got enough on their plate as it is. Deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. A lot of powerful people have opinions about that. I'll say.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, where'd you go? Thank you. My heart goes out to Master Fortunal and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. They even have time to sleep?
Ow. What's that?
Where are you gonna
Oh,
click on?
don't.
It's a bad habit.
Yes. Stop clicking on the text box. Moving the mouse around, that's fine. Click off.
Do not click the text box.
That's you dragging it around.
And then it moves ever so slightly. That annoys you. Yes. I'm just making sure that thing was turned on. Sorry? Okay, I'll fix it later. Steady current. They're all gonna be Rogadins, aren't they? I was like, when we walked
That's
up,
what that name is for.
well, that's what I mean. Like, we walked up with the first one, I was like, that's a Rogadin name.
Problem with the Ark? Even with all the power Master Kokel's managed to squeeze out of the Ether Burner, still not enough, apparently. Now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. Only we'd begun the exodus sooner.
That was Nilla. As you said, horrible creatures running rampant.
Wow. I didn't mean for it to be, but that's funny.
Whoops.
People are dying. There'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. We will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Even the plan, and all will be well.
Are they wearing alchemist coats?
Even the plan.
Ah.
Offering to help? That's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the document myself. Mostly lists of things. Lists of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon. And then whichever star we choose as our new home. My duties largely concern maintenance of living conditions. It'll be a lot busier after we hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. Looking forward to finally meeting them. Finally meeting them in person after having communicated with them in such limited capacity.
Did you know they're adorable bunnies?
Perfectly honest, I'm not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not
Enormous looming giants.
I would much prefer something small and fluffy. Like that a hatted rabbit that just
Well, do I have good news?
just ran by.
Well, do I have good news for you? Your collaborators are indeed adorable bunnies.
Absolutely adorable bunnies.
Yes.
Adorable Bunnyville.
I am here for this content. Yes. Here we can speak with Urianger. Oh, and Singing Way, and Cooking Way, and Growing Way.
Surprise! It would appear the Loperids have infiltrated Charlian's most heavily guarded facility. How? I know not.
Well, better rabbits than rabbids.
Ah!
Yep.
Ah! Crikey! I wasn't expecting to see you here, Rekka. Sorry I didn't have a chance to say goodbye. And for, having those other Loperids attack you. Terrible misunderstanding, that. Not to worry, though. As all have since recovered from the rather savage beating you administered, they bear you no ill will. Well, perhaps a little, on account of the savagery. But time heals all wounds. Most, anyway.
Cooking Way.
Marvelous it is to see you again. You'll be pleased to hear I've learned much since our fascinating discussion in the Caratorium. It's all thanks to Urianger, you see. He's taught me the finer points of cooking, which, despite my name, I knew very little about. So many dishes, so many hard to pronounce words. Actually, I was rather hoping he'd show me how to bake an Archon loaf. They're quite popular, I hear, but it doesn't sound like it contains any flavor to speak of. Still, if that's the sort of thing your kind enjoys, I shall make enough to last the whole journey.
Noelle, they're making loaf.
Tiny loaf.
Singing way.
Singing like, a joy to sample the delights of Atheris.
And then living way.
And living with. Fancy meeting you here, Rekka. Our friends in the forum brought us to see their teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics.
Teeny tiny toy boat.
Teeny tiny toy boat. Really interested in is Atheris itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it.
They all did clapping.
Well, we were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare, and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we're planning to do until we chance upon Urianger and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? Funny tours.
Yep. Oh, the only one that could have changed is
Living
the
way.
living way.
They're too busy to show us the sights. We'll find other ways to keep ourselves amused. Don't you worry.
Trouble.
Big trouble.
Big trouble.
Big trouble. Enough loaf for the entire journey.
No.
Wise guides. Not wise guys, wise guides.
Wise guides.
Tour of Labyrinthos. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and Bestway's burrow, it would be in our best interest to have the Loprids acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by their Charlean collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venture.
Oh, I don't remember shit about this though.
A marvelous idea. Might we begin with that great big what's it over yonder? Oh yes, the what's it. I shall leave its explanation to Rekka. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle.
Oh no.
Mayhap he doth chortle. Mayhap he doth chortle.
He doth chortle.
Thanks, singing way.
Yep. Is it just me or is this zone's theme specifically kind of a shorter loop?
No, this is an action that's for.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, this. Anyway.
The problem is that it is way too short a loop. Goes on to.
Yeah, it's.
I got sick of it. I would recommend have a hold it.
Change the music?
Let's see. I would. The labyrinth. This?
There it is. Yeah, because this loop is starting to.
You are now into the.
Whoops. I hit the wrong button.
Like, anyway, still.
Yes. Like a ringtone. It's cute when we talk to you and the sound plays. Talking to Cooking Way.
Move away from singing.
Yeah, I...
Talk to Growing Way.
Talking to Growing Way. I'm trying to keep enough distance.
Edward, what magnificent architecture! Such immaculate curvature! I have to make several adjustments to my work if I'm to match this degree of craftsmanship. I shall leave no corner unrounded.
Living Way.
Considering Singing Way and Growing Way's specialties, I expect them to pay full attention to your explanations, which I am sure will be most informative.
Also, Noelle, how's the volume? Cooking Way.
All very intriguing, I'm sure. Where are the food preparation stations? The, what was your word for it? Kitchens? That reminds me. Pudding Way, our newly appointed Chief of Pudding Research, a discipline he himself founded after sampling Uriange's delights, has gone in search of Atheris' ultimate sweet treat. Well, provided it's a pudding, as that's all he ever talks about these days. Have you seen him?
Oh my gosh.
Not in a while.
Not in a while, okay. Keeping my distance, talking to Singing Way.
Goodness me, to build something so large without creation. It's positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features. First person mode. Find the
The wheel?
Oh.
No. Tanks?
a little hard to see from here, but is that a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? I can see through the window of another pipe at the bottom. Ah, this must be for purifying water drawn up from below.
This is the padding, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so.
Metallic mushroom.
Mushroom-like thing.
Metallic tube.
Oob.
Well, no, that's a thing you need to click on. Observe the mushroom. Metallic tube.
Observe tube.
Is that water I hear from inside that great big tube? Must be because of those cogs and that giant wheel at the... Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. There's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism behind it. Observe the mushroom-like thing. That looks like the trees in the Greatest Endville. Hold on, that's a bit of a strange shape. Thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced, too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. the idea, or if you have spoken with Urianji before,
Yeah.
about him, he makes a comment that it's better to let them figure it out rather than guide that they can, so that like their brains can try and grasp how things work.
Oh.
So we're showing them around and having them try to come and correcting it
Oh.
because they're smart. They just don't know what, for example, water. If they've lived on the moon their whole life, there isn't really water for them.
That is true.
But people, how do you handle water infrastructure? Well, it's never been a concern of theirs other than enough for parents.
True.
So now it's like, oh. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanism, purified here and stored in that tower before being elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. A design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install in even the harshest of forest lobrits, that is.
Tiny bunny install water.
Install big water.
Yes.
Install big.
Big water.
Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of the utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. I have read, however, that the people of Aethera sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and able to.
I'm gonna go with the Garabanya one.
So wherever you choose to live, never far from one. Oh dear! I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear they rely on it far more than we'd anticipate. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
No adjustments made once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per. It may also be worth learning more about how exactly they obtain their water in the first place. Master Alphino spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through logistics Alpha. He knocked to us. Not to the bunnies, to us. Perhaps the Loprits will share his appreciation for the engineering. Oh yes! Sounds absolutely splendid! Let's journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlotte and Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave the untamed wolf? Valid concern indeed. Cannot help but notice the many dangerous with big, nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of this.
Don't dejected.
Were we not escorted here by burly custodians? I dread to think of what would have become of us. Regrettably, to many a hungry predator with the aforementioned big nasty teeth, operats may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance.
Yep.
Delicious.
Delicious, shaken,
Might I
bacon.
impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage to the Logisticon Alpha? For my part, I shall act as an escort to Living Way and Cooking, and trust Singing Way and Growing Way to thy care. For a valiant protector, they could not wish Godspeed. It's all the same to you. I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beast.
Lamau.
Come along, growing way to the water extraction. What's it?
What's it?
It's who's it and what's it galore. One thing on my boss. I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
I don't remember what movie this is from.
I wanna be with a
Oh, it's Little Mermaid. It's Little Mermaid. Took me a moment. It honestly took me a moment.
Oh. Flipping your fins, you don't get to. Legs are required for jumping, dancing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised you remember. I don't think we've ever watched any Disney movies together.
I think the only one we did was Wall-E.
We did Wall-E
and Brave.
and we did Lilo and Stitch.
Did Wall-E, Lilo and Stitch, and
Yeah.
only 3 we've ever watched 7 years together.
Correct. Okay, where are these mobs from? These I feel like these have to be from something that we've seen somewhere else.
So, I believe that's a Heaven's Word model that was used in the, and then was them all hard after that.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's like a dragon. It may have even been an ARR model. Obviously. Used in some all, and then it was used all over around and outside hell.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They also appeared in some places earlier. Oh, they're in Hell's Lid. They also appeared. It says, oh well. Speaking the singing way.
Say that has a mind to feast on roasted.
Yep.
Oh, I just bit my tongue.
Oh no, are
I
you?
just bit my tongue.
Oh no.
I just bit.
Are you okay?
I'm happy.
Do you want to stop doing voices? You can. I mean, you.
Second.
Hey. That's fun.
Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction what's it is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. Not that
You need some ice.
happy.
Happy. I didn't know that there were gonna be more LOP requests.
Surprise.
Oh no, people are gonna be comparing them to the Moogles, aren't they?
Well, they've got right amount in order to be.
Yeah, and then we did Heaven's Ward, and the Moogle filler was like 3 quests.
No, the difference is that was where people best ran out,
Ah, right.
and so they needed to start doing move. There was just more and more. Their design, not good. Even it wasn't 2004 era quest design, but wasn't pleasant
Speaking with cooking. No, I can see why.
I couldn't help noticing a distinct lack of carrots along the way. Or many of the other vegetables I was expecting to see, though I did catch a glimpse of some sort of bipedal tomato charging about. Must be my imagination.
No, that's real.
Done well to see those two here safe. They can be a bit skittish at the best of times. But I'm pleasantly surprised they didn't run off and get themselves killed.
Surprised.
You're surprised they're not dead. Growing way.
It was all very exciting, but I'd rather not do it again. Wait, how exactly were we planning to head back later? By doing it again.
By doing it again. Singing way.
Let's get moving. That building looks nice and solid and safe.
Urianger.
My friends, I bid you welcome to Logisticon Alpha. A destination doth lie at lift's top. Pray follow me.
Oh, we're gonna take them to the farms, aren't we?
Well, Urianger is showing them roles for how, like, environmental.
Oh, okay.
With that big what's it that Alphino pointed at. Down.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, they do have new dialogue. Growing way.
It was terrifying. At least the scenery was more pleasant than what's name Gollumald. As a first impression of Atheris, it was far from favorable. You don't say.
Yeah.
Anyway, onwards and upwards. Quite literally, as the case here.
Living way.
I understand places like Labyrinthos are the exception rather than...
You don't all build enormous underground living spaces like this, surely?
You're not.
Not so much.
Cooking way.
But forgive me for asking, but are we any closer to the kitchens? Come to think of it, why am I even here? Hemispheric manipulators are hardly my area of it.
Why am I here?
Okay.
No.
There's been the moon bear.
You're silly. Why am I here? Speaking with Urianger.
On this occasion, 'twould behoove us to seek the counsel of those qualified to describe the workings of the apparatus. They may also be in possession of schematics or other useful documents the operates request to them. As the forum's esteemed guests, it's unlikely that they would be refused, yet thou knowest as well as I the changeable dispositions of Charlian bureaucrats.
Singing way.
Place simply marvelous. This is where the magic, or science rather, takes place.
Perfect environment to sustain life artificially.
The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for stars for your kind to. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you.
That's a big problem.
You're all very lucky that Atheris just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out the way they are because of the available resources?
Lamau. That is whole. You're the only one doing this fate too.
Good time.
Get ready to die. Sadly.
It's nothing short of miraculous. I cannot wait to see more of it. Oh god.
Oh, it's this fate. Yeah, I had trouble with that even on tank. They hurt. By myself. Yeah, I did that one. And if other people hadn't come in, I probably would not have survived. So it is. Oh, this is new dialogue.
I'd like to study the primitive, yet nevertheless intriguing contraption a while longer. If I may. That the Charlians were able to build something of this with their limited knowledge and resources. Most impressive. That's just agricultural shock? Or agriculture?
Agriculture shock. Also, our music stopped.
Turn it off.
Yeah, I guess. So this isn't like a glitch or a bug. This is
No.
intentional.
Yes. It's all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's the food? I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Marial Agronomics. As I imagine Singing Way and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus, wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Bianche was telling me. Even his incredibly vivid, if a bit too verbose, descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention, Atheris will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Let's brook no further delay.
I love how you can mount inside their buildings. Just gonna burn out in their building. Talking to Cooking Way.
This is the place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our compendium. I dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves to a farmer's crops without permission are often caught and put into pies.
Did you read a fairy tale?
Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to part with samples.
Hello.
I'm at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives.
Yeah, it's the company. Just I saw your mount fly in, and I didn't notice you were on it at first, so I thought it was a mob, and I was really confused. Excuse. Oh, it's over. Oh, was it a... Oh, it's on the other side. Monogya. It's discount.
Monagia.
Monagia. It's a discount Monago.
Monagia.
Monagia.
We get Monago, we have Monago at home. Monago at home. Monagia.
We have Monagia. You don't think farmers baking rabbits into pies is a fairy tale?
Not so much.
Oh, okay. Speaking to first quest NPC.
What a fine mess this is. Ah, it's you. The one who climbed down the mine shaft.
That's me.
I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the Exodus. I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we do down here, up there. First on the moon, and on whichever star the Forum decides will become our new home. It's also sun, so, you know. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, rather than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us.
No, you couldn't.
Even the ones we can take may not survive in their new environment. So many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if we may.
He's my own.
By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. Where to begin?
Neil.
Looking at the grapes that everybody's meeting at because, oh my god, low polygons.
I've seen it in the opposite direction where it's people going, more games should be like this, and
I'm trying to go like hyper-realistic.
yeah, more games should take this approach. I find this endearing, etc. I've seen the other direction.
If it was a single thing of grapes, like where it's just one, having every single grape individually modeled, sure. But you
It's
have
an
rows,
entire field.
You have an entire field, rows and rows and rows and rows of them. Right next to wheat.
Yep.
Right next to like.
Do you
it's
really?
Not feasible.
Yeah, no, it's not. Speaking to cooking way for the optional dialogue. I think this is optional dialogue anyway.
Nope. Mandatory. Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes? Let's see if they are as delicious as they look. So sweet, so sour. The taste is much like a ripe philosopher's carrot. They're throwaway grapes shown in one quest.
Yeah, exactly.
And yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar. Far from unpleasant. Yes. I think I'll try another. Well, that's certainly given me food for thought. Though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. Tell me, what's your opinion of grapes? I'd brave an erupting volcano for a choice bunch. Meh. For ghastly things, I'd rather eat rancid gigantode eyeballs.
Volcano time.
Yes, they're rather Moorish, aren't they? And from what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall.
Correct.
Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time. On to the next treat.
Apples, probably.
Orange by name, orange by nature.
Ah, aren't you glad we're on the second one?
What came first? The fruit? Or the color? Who cares? Let's eat.
Well, I have no more orange puns. So
I actually know the answer to that question. The color came.
the color came. Yes, because oranges I think were green. Or is it? Yeah, oranges were green, right?
No, they named the fruit after the color
Oh, okay.
instead of the other way around.
Instead of the other way around. Okay.
Yes, that's equal parts sweet and sour, as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Uriange about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it.
No, it's quite all right. You don't have to get language lessons from Mariage. We will find you
Someone else.
anyone else.
Anyone else.
Doth not speaketh like thiseth.
Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices. Each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are, in my estimation, but no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in that field over there.
I'm guessing this is not the last Loprit quest. Loprits take up the entire street. Oh fuck, I mounted.
There's your
Okay, phew. I was like, no, don't make me go all the way back there, please.
That color, that texture. Are they some sort of enormous round carrots?
Oh, it's pumpkins. Okay.
No? In any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than taste. Eating raw pumpkin.
Raw pumpkin. Isn't pumpkin on its own, like without spices and stuff, pretty bitter?
Blah! So hard and flavorless. I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. Oh, but confirms that there's nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. Stop. Can't you see these are pumpkins? No one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. You don't find it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. What's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. Perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as orange ice. I wonder though, if there's anything even more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder?
Yellow fruit.
There's two yellow fruit. What can you think of?
Lemons or bananas. Yeah, bananas.
Oh, what do you think these are, my dear?
That's gonna be lemons.
That's gonna be lemons. There's technically a third. It could be pears, but it's lemon.
I keep forgetting.
Following you already.
Yes, I am testing fruits with Cooking Way, and then we'll have to find a kitchen and then explain what cooking actually is.
What a wondrous fragrance! Good luck, it'll have a flavor to match. Here's a lemon. As I've no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it.
Oh, have fun with that one. Sour. Bite the lemon.
Bite this lemon. My tongue! Is this
lemon? Mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting?
Lemons are awesome.
Okay, maybe sometime before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I'd best call an end to this round of sampling. Say our farewells and return to the others.
Bite into lemon.
Speak to Jepti behind you.
Oh, say our farewells. Yeah, that makes sense.
Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking.
I'm rather enamored with the grapes and oranges. Less so the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw.
Wait, that means the bunny's teeth are strong enough to like bite through the skin of a pumpkin. God damn.
Oh, yes. They are rabbits, after all.
True.
Then there was the lemon. The deceiver. I still feel so violated.
Bunny, bunny, bunny.
First time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth, in more ways than one. So I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. This doesn't change your opinion, nothing will.
Ooh, muffins are good.
Lemon muffin.
Ooh, lemon muffin.
More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to... Ooh, bit of sick came up there.
Oh, gross.
Learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin. Do your worst. This is delicious.
Happy.
Horrible.
Yes.
Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed its vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking.
Thank you for the voices.
See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes. And the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal. Sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over what was worth preserving, what will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we're to survive.
Strength of will. Now I know what Heidelin sees in your kind. Mankind, the Lobrits, we were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. Therein lies its folly and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal, is the paradox of the immaculate carrot.
The immaculate carrot.
Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. To be content with what we have and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, Make lemon muffins.
Delicious. Profound from coming from a small bun.
Bun, bun.
Bun, 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 bun.
Pardon my origin, but what the seven hells are you on about? And who are you, anyway? Looking Way, at your service. I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. Once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. Don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of Atheris' species as possible. You're up to the challenge. Yes, of course. I look forward to it. Well, this has all been highly productive. Probably. Let's go and see if Urianger and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we?
Just got the sweet sound of Boom unlocking a dungeon. Time to queue. Have fun focusing on your murder. Well, not your murder, hopefully.
Sending you an image, Cinder. Being as, you are past to this point, I figured this one's safe for you.
You're about to do the 89 dungeon. Wow. Well, I guess since we last talked, it has been like 2 hours. Because at one point we were at like the exact same point in the game.
Or 4.5 quests.
From the dungeon?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were about to be like, you're 4.5 quests away from finishing helping the bunnies. Many buns.
Most of that's still bunnies.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, there you are. Oh, the others finished talking about Rainmaker. By Cooking Way's broad grin, I assume your excursion was a roaring success.
Yes. You're also... Oh, you're not doing...
They're not doing all this cute reading it aloud that we're...
Ah...
Where have you and Cooking Way been? If the two of you were engaged in pursuits of an educational nature, you should have taken me too. I am the leader, after all.
But you can't be everywhere all at once. Unless
Living Way, you need to do some living.
Unless you can, because...
Can you duplicate yourself like Argos?
Yes.
We have some questions for you.
Exactly. When I said many buns, I meant it.
Many buns. Not to rub it in, but we've had the most fantastic...
Uh-oh.
Have a... Oh, okay. Little bit of static with me on the floor all the way over here.
Caused my monitor on my desk.
Monitor. Only the monitor. The flicker.
Weird.
So I'm all the way over here. Don't understand.
I don't understand.
Anyway.
That's strange.
Not to rub it in, but we had the most fantastic time while you were away. Urianger was able to obtain all manner of meteorological data for us to pore over. I'll be sure to put my newfound knowledge to good use once we... My duty to make your journey as comfortable as possible, though there's no telling how long it will be. 100 years? 1,000? Probably closer to 5,000, give or take.
5,000 years.
5,000 years riding the moon.
Yeesh. Doubt.
That was most enlightening. Especially the part with the lemon muffin.
Hmm.
Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famed for their cuisine?
Oh, the restaurant. We're gonna go to the restaurant.
Asking. Limsa Laminsa come to the Culinarians Guild. Many less than establishment. Or the Far East has oodles and noodles. Say,
Limsa.
That I had time to visit. The more I learn of Aetheris, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. Alas, Heidelin's orders are to flee, not to resist. There was some other way.
We're working on it. None of this should have changed, right?
if anyone did, it would have been.
Muffins. I wonder if this is how Pudding Way felt the first time Urianger made pudding.
Lamau.
Though I'm not sure that actually was. Think of it. Something about it seemed a bit off.
I don't know if I trust Urianger's cooking. Doth have recipe card that thine wrote thyself. Is this thy or time? I don't know if I would trust Urianger's cooking, TBH.
One moment before we continue.
I need to refill my drink and grab a... Actually, my belly is a little hungry. All this talking about food. I think it might be break time. Yeah, stretch break time. We will be back. All right, we are back. So, I didn't realize it's midnight. So, we're gonna do one more quest now, and then tomorrow will probably be at least a double stream day, at least. So, yeah, I think that's the plan. So, I'm gonna speak to Uriange because I think you said it was Singing Way that may have changed? Cooking Way, my bad.
Just talk to. First time Uriange putting that's the same.
It's the same one. Okay.
Uriange. Sage Council. Rekka, I trust thy time at Mayal Ergonomics did bear fruit.
Cough.
Our own efforts, too, were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. Uriange fucking fun.
He did. He did. Bear fruit.
Trusted bear fruit.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. It beareth fruit.
Our own, yeah. Embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. Last time is of the essence.
For a fortnight, and then he does a Fortnite dance.
Cease. Find something to
Ow!
cease. Let us return to Charlene Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every Loprit there, should further questions within my power to answer arise.
Oops, sad Loprit.
Huh?
Hi, on air. Where are we going? Oh, we got a lot of people to talk to. Oh, no. A lot of those are NPC, or are characters, player characters. For a second, I thought all the Scions were back here, and so I was like, oh, shit, we have a lot of people to talk to. Talking to Uriange first.
The Loprits want for activities and stimulation, but I struggle to conceive of how to busy them whilst we wait.
They have ADHD. I can relate to them. Living way.
No, there was nowhere in particular I was hoping to go. I simply wish to see, hear, feel, and think as much as I possibly can while we're here. What does that look for? What did I say?
See, hear,
Feel,
feel, think.
yep. Cooking way.
Why did I not ask Jebke how to make carrot muffins? Could have had baked goods bursting with happiness.
Happy.
Singing way.
Yep.
That was ever so delightful. And with this much information, I can fine-tune the moon's environs for your people's comfort. Surprisingly tricky to estimate the appropriate temperature settings for being so lacking in fur.
And Growing Way. What was Growing Way's deal? Why is Growing Way named Growing Way? Is it for growing crops? Okay.
Yes, Rekka, that was indeed me verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. You want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for Etheris at Logistica and Alpha. That's why! A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all of your forests like that?
Yes. One was purple. Were you laughing at that line?
Gasp, I say! Star so wonderful it comes as no surprise you're reluctant to leave it behind. As a fool to think otherwise, to assume the moon was something worth being proud of.
Oh, poor Bun.
How ridiculous we must seem to you. Trying so hard, yet achieving so little. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy for their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Thancred. This is Thancred.
This is Thancred.
Thancred. How didst thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death. We can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern.
Yep.
Perhaps not, though aided by our goodly growing way, may yet find other ways to lighten their burden.
You okay?
Yeah. Me? Give use to people? I'm honored that you would think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. You say so. I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in the Western Plaza that looked to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. Is as good a place as any. Come.
Going.
Annie.
Manny Bun.
Oh, can I help you? You who would help me? Is my anxiety truly so obvious? Burden shared is a burden eased. Pray, tell us of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners.
Oh, they do have big ears.
Yes. I'm an engineer, you see. What they say of the ship is that the sum of decades of Charlene ingenuity that's built with peerless, elegant technology is all true, but... No, I know that none of it's a guarantee. Never before launched a starfaring vessel, let alone flown it in the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard for the first voyage. But even so, if it fails us then, what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight? Or the one after that?
Oh no.
We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening. But it hardly matters. We thought the ether burner design was flawless too. Look at how that turned out. Lee, I sent you an image meme. Your DMs on Discord. Enjoy. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but well... Maybe you could tell me if there are any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks, for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell, to regulate the environment. But what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Aha! Gravitation! Maybe I can be of help after all.
Helping.
Yep. Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply. If you consider them as part of one great big cosmos rather than separate places. Lots of talking.
Talking. Technobabble.
I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yes, if Thancred's tale be true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. Might I prevail upon the Loporrits to attend them? An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Atheris, and learn more about them while we're at it.
Technobabble is so good, especially because it's also consistent. Bun.
They are adorable. I love them. They're my phone background right now.
They are super cute.
Oh, glad am I to hear it. You can leave. I'll talk later, but yes.
Have I missed something?
No.
Okay. I'm like, here I am, the person who roleplays an engineer, and I missed something about the technology.
Oh, glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Rekka, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek thee out the distressed and the apprehensive, and inform them that help is at hand.
You've started saying full glad because you've...
Been playing too much 14. I shall await them here that I might introduce each to a suitable Loporrit. Need to find the people that need helping.
Yes.
Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Loporrit, and every Loporrit in their place.
They go to their homes. I'm surprised that, like, pray hasn't made its way into my vocabulary with how much of this game
Pray tell has in mind.
Pray tell, yeah.
Pray tell has in mind.
Pray tell. Oh, I guess we have Ryanje and Corlin.
Babe, you're spamming macros in FC chat.
Oh! Whoops. That was my old macro for when Utai forgot food. I did not mean to press that.
The final days doubtless weigh heavy upon the minds of many in Charlayan Hamlet, pillars of the Exodus as they are. Why is it on your hotbars still, my dear? I'm not saying delete the macro, I'm saying...
But why is the macro there? Because I never deleted it.
I'm not saying delete the macro, I'm saying move the macro.
Are my hotbars locked?
Click the lock.
Yeah, they are locked. There, it's gone now. There, it's gone now.
Yes, precisely. However, it would also be prudent to have a redundant system in the event of failure. You need to find 8 people in need of help. There's more than 8 people to select, but not all of them want to. Not all of them need help. Some of them just need sleep.
Sleep in.
or are good on their own time anyways. There's one right there. Here's an anxious engineer. What am I thinking about? The medical facilities on the ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and chirurgeons, but to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in that great expanse, beyond any of us. To say nothing of the effects that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. The crew from the moon! Why did I not think of that? One.
Rek is an engineer. That's 2.
No.
That's 3.
Grimacing naturally.
Grimacing, angry.
My face? What's wrong with my... Ow. Perhaps I am a bit tense. As tasked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate. I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Including the Loprits in our discussions is a wonderful idea. Absolutely will, thank you. Perhaps our biology itself might offer some clues as well.
Bye.
The ponderous mathematician.
Ponder in. Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Consult our collaborators. I suppose that would be more effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips, should the ether burner make our original estimates unfeasible. There's simply too many variables. It feels as if my brow will turn inside out. But perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know.
Go pet a bun.
Go talk to them about your... There's another one behind the building. Don't...
I wasn't supposed to jump off, was I?
Rise, it's... How might I help you? My, what a lovely idea! I too noticed people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out to pluck some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. I need only track down 100 or so cups.
Jeez.
Don't you worry, I can manage. I hope your plan to cheer everyone up goes well. This woman is doing better than you are. Though she does not count as being sent to the Loprits.
Unhappy. Doing better than you are.
Can mount, by the way.
Okay.
Here's a comm researcher. Worries. No, I believe I'm fine, thank you. I've been confiding in my colleagues, and it's helped a lot. Can't recommend it enough.
You don't count.
Already has the support that she needs. Skeptical. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt that we can make it up there, but the searching for a new star part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me.
I agree.
Ask the forum, but they will only tell us that our collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the sea of stars on gods know what, made by gods know who. Talk to them. Answer.
Yes.
You mean to say that I can speak with them directly? Amazing! I hope they like questions.
I'm sure they will love them.
Chocobo key. Corner, there's...
Bonded.
Leave me to my misery. The form can appoint someone else. I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under the pressure? You know a starship pilot that I might speak with? Truly? Yes, Sleepingly.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Right.
Well then, there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. Why did they make those? Oh! How do we open
Here, it's under you, I think.
docs?
Yeah.
There we go. Yutai is blind.
Mao? Oh, Yutai is blind.
You can post that in that channel.
No, I didn't.
That makes it funnier. Alright. Where are we going?
I'm.
Still looking.
I wish they would give you quest markers on the map.
Are needing 3. The capricious research.
I don't know what the word capricious means.
You're gonna talk to them anyway.
Yeah.
Aha! The end of the world is nigh, yet the work goes no faster. Schedules are such temperamental things, feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet, I've never felt so alive! This one is beyond your help.
Only sleep can save her now.
Hop in, babe. Or, go to that one. You! Yes! You idiot! Have you seen an envelope lying around? Lying about. This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damn envelope, doubt they'll be more help than you. You've wasted enough of my time already.
Wow, angry.
Be unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Whopper.
Yeah, let's not do that. Yay, Raiden.
I need you to actually use your camera gear.
I am? Yo, you think this will be easier because... Let's see. Distracted researcher?
56 bunches of weeds in the ground, 56 bunches of weeds. Rip one out, add to the mound, 55 bunches of weeds in the... Eep. I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I was in a little need of a little break, you see, but then I found myself unable to relax at all, so I went on a walk. I noticed these weeds, and... pleasant conversation partners and oh so fuzzy? Goodness me, that does sound like a much better way to relax.
Bye. 2 more. Unconcerned Gleaner?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'll try.
Well, I might as well. Yes.
Apologies, but I'm awaiting a delivery. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait.
No. I don't see one looking. Nothing. Then. Nothing. Nope.
Moment.
Occupied administrator, but yeah, you don't have a quest tag.
Quest sucks.
Yeah, this is garbage.
Didn't take me long to do, but as I actually have a sense of direction and oh, there's one.
There's one. Hired Gleaner.
Is anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels like a void send plated as a piano. My feet and knees feel as drums and cymbals too. Seems fine if it break.
You didn't count? The whole bottom circuit of Labyrinthos feels like, hey, we have this cool zone, but no content to fill it with.
This took me just one loop to find everybody.
How?
but
How?
by actually being methodical. But the problem is, I don't even see the map. I don't. So, like, I'm having to look at your screen and drive via latency off of your screen
Well,
when
there's one.
and I'm not even in control of your camera. So, less assistance. Where have they gone off to at a time like this? Beg pardon, but I have not the time for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm the ether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery. It seems I shall have to do so single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine...
Angry.
Loprits are willing to help? Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 2 dozen times already and haven't slept in weeks, lazy sods.
Haven't slept in weeks.
That's just missing the one.
Yeah, just one. See, most areas I feel once you fly, you just go into the skybox and then, like, never get to appreciate the actual zone itself.
Oh,
Here it
this
is.
was
Level-headed? No.
Probably not.
Probably not. I mean, I'll try anyway, I guess. Good parking.
Concerns? Nay, there's no point worrying at this stage. It'll only make the work go that much slower.
Seems to be coping well. You feel you appreciate it way more from the air?
Appreciate this one more from the air. I can believe that.
Oh yeah, with all of the different levels, yeah.
And not having this quest.
And not having this quest. Yeah, this is
This is
pain.
What if we go out on along the outside?
Watch, there will be one. Yeah, watch, that's where it'll be. Oh, because the circle extends outside the ring itself. There are none outside?
I wish I had the map. I wish I could see the quest markers.
Would
I
you,
wish-
like, I can put Rekka, just Rekka on a map and give you the controller.
survey?
Here you go.
I don't know how to get off.
Gotta switch things. Right bumper.
Alright, let's see. Now I can use my eyes. Joysticks are weird. Why is your joystick weird?
It's just how joysticks. Oh.
Joysticks are. I'll play with one of these. Weird. I'll play with one of these and now I have to play with two of them.
Yes.
Alright, well, unfortunately, this quest sucks ass. Okay, so that one looks to. Here. Okay, down here. Down here.
The joystick sparks no joy.
It does not spark joy.
Raccoon. That's a cute remote.
Where did the raccoon come from?
That's a good question. I was about to ask that, actually.
Where does the raccoon come from?
It's a global Twitch emote. Oh.
Oh. Are you a global Twitch emote? I'm asking an important question.
I am not a global Twitch emote. I'm a local Twitch emote.
I'm a local pained quest doer.
Why?
A local missing quest objective.
Finds bug. Complete quest objective.
This.
Is the Pikachu a global one too?
The Pikachu one I feel like might not
Not
be
be?
considering Pokemon.
Yeah. You got the Pikachu one from watching some Nintendo stream. Oh, neat.
Ah, that would make sense.
Oh no, that would have already happened. I was gonna say, I wonder if it was the Pokemon World Championship one year. I was gonna say, I wonder if Twitch Presents Pokemon will come back for Christmas week, but I think they did it over U.S. Thanksgiving last year, not Christmas.
There. Ah!
Hyperventilating engineer.
Found it. By the gods, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Oh, you pardon me. I didn't see you there. There is no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern. Even though we may need to depart at any moment, and if the hull I designed buckles under the strain, the entire vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lives and dooming all mankind. That is highly unlikely. Yes, yes. Highly unlikely. Highly...
Go speak in Pep Ben.
Our visitors can help me triple check for structural flaws, you say? Well, that would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already.
We're free.
Yeah, we are done. And this, after this quest is turned in, we're calling it for tonight.
Yep. Speaking with Growing Way.
Rika, he said he was glad we spoke. And he thanked me. It was all worth it after all, wasn't it? Even the mistakes we made, because now we can tell them what not to do.
Oh, this isn't even turning in the quest.
Behold, Rekka, through thine efforts word hath spread through Labyrinthos. Verily, to a far greater number than we anticipated. Living Way doth gather more Loprits as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, prithee. The next one's actually very short and simple.
Okay. Night night.
Good night, Cinder.
Sleep well.
Finally.
Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
Boing.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
It's your
I'm
pilot.
impressed.
Sleeping.
Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge.
Book.
When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
Happy bunnies with books.
Happy. Bunnies read you bedtime stories.
Yes, please.
ASMR.
They think if they could see Urianger now. I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louis Soir, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget.
Who are those two? Mother?
Oh my god, it's Shuri. Okay.
There was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few
I have no idea who these are.
I take it you'd be the one.
Alchemist Quest? You know, I jokingly, I was like, it's Shuri.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Moonbreeder's parents. Okay. I had forgotten what they looked like, to be honest.
Met them yet?
Oh, I thought we, like, passed by and they were busy or something.
Now, what the was it? They were unavailable.
Oh, is
And
that
then
what it
we
was?
missed them.
Oh, okay.
Vilson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Oh, hugging.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
Aww. Aww.
I'm sorry.
Mm.
'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years.
Whoops, no.
She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise.
Trying not to steal Rekka.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you.
Ow.
Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others.
This is so sad.
Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
Give them a walloping.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better.
Oh.
I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you, too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
Yeah, I'm cry. I'm cry.
I
Yeah, I'm cry.
think I can feel her too.
Yeah, I'm cry.
The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
I can't read what you're writing. My eyes are full of tears. Especially in this.
Especially in this expansion where you're questioning your role in the Scions if you really even mattered.
Yeah, yeah.
There's my...
There's the bun.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
True.
It's true.
True. Dumbo.
Dumb. Haven't learned.
Dumbo.
Dumbo.
And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Okay. Whoa, we have a lot of people to talk to. Actually, this time, unlike the last time where I was like, "There's lots of people." It's all players. Tancred.
Remind me to invite Urianger for a drink when we have a moment. We're long overdue for one. We can raise a glass to Moonbreeder. Goodness me, I've never felt like there was too little time before. There's so many people to talk to, so many things to learn.
Wait, why did Singing Way's song play for cooking?
Because it's not just okay, that makes
Oh.
the humming way won't do that.
Oh.
And 4.
Ah, okay.
I was so busy asking questions about Atheris that I never thought to ask more about Urianger. They all hum and chip. I'd like to, but where would I begin?
Growing Way.
I assure you that my fellow Loprits are equally excited to have this opportunity. They were humming the whole way here. Spent so long gazing at this star, wondering and hoping for
to be here now, to walk among the people, to be part of their lives and know that we've made a difference. So much more than I ever dreamed. Oh, must be one of the scions, correct? Thank you for caring for my daughter. The time she spent with you was all too short, but I know she was proud to have you as comrades. Urianger is too, I'm sure. I certainly feel better for knowing he has good friends to look after him. See that he comes home from time to time.
Oh. Aw. That's sweet.
This is Mom 3.
That's so sweet.
This is Mom 3.
Mom 3.
Yep. We have met 3 moms this expansion.
The trilogy of moms.
Yep. Endwalker is... No, Mom Walker.
Mom Walker, yeah.
We go on walks with the moms. That's what this expansion is. Go on walks with moms. Classical Rogadan language isn't so different from Eorzean. Did you ever wonder why we named our daughter Moon's Bride?
Oh, that's what her name's mean. That's what her name meant.
When I first held her, the moon was shining silver and full. The whole world seemed aglow. I knew it had chosen her. She would be a beacon of that selfsame light. Of course, we'd later hear our fair share of jokes about how we ought to have gone for sun instead, with how bright and stubborn she was.
Aww.
But fiery as my Moonbreeder was, she was always kind. Kind and gentle. Oh, Rekka, rest assured that I am fine. I am. Full glad to see them too after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, it would have been far harder had I faced them alone. Boom. And that's where we're calling it for tonight.
Yeah. This is where we are going to call it for. But we will be back tomorrow afternoon, or possibly tomorrow morning, depends what time we wake up. But we will be focusing on more Endwalker. MSQ. I'm gonna take time to blow my nose.
I sleep.
I am sleepy, and
I cry.
I'm cryy, and I'm sleepy, and I'm also... A quest about Moonbreeda made me cry. I'm also a little hungry. It's time to take care of those needs and sleep. Noelle, Lee, everyone else who joined today, thank you for both streams. Been doing a lot of streaming. I think I'm at over 60 hours of Endwalker stream. It's been a lot, and we still have more to go. I am excited to see where this goes. I can't wait, and I'll be back tomorrow with probably another 6 to 9 hours. So until then, sleep tight, take care of yourself, blow your nose, wipe your eyes, and I'll see you soon.